Hi, this is Ann Wendell with Prana Physical Therapy. Today we're going to be going through some foam roller exercises. If you've never used a foam roller, this is the foam roller. And you can get these at different sporting goods stores. You can also order them online. Basically want one that's probably about this long. The white ones are usually a little bit less dense. Usually the black colored foam rollers are a little bit tougher and harder, so that may not be where you want to start. The reason I started thinking about doing a video about foam rollers is that I've been getting some questions from runners about how they can do some things to help themselves stay out of pain when they're running. So we're going to go through a couple little things here. A little routine shouldn't take you that long. You can do it after you warm up and before you run, or you can do it after you run. I'm not going to go through all the repetitions, but if you do 10 repetitions of each exercise, that ought to be pretty good. So normally when I start with the foam roller, I start doing the quadriceps first. That's the muscles in the front of your legs here. So you want to start out laying on the foam roller with the roller at about the level of just below the hip bones, okay? You're going to just sink into it, and you're going to walk yourself forward and back. So just nice and slow. Roll till you get just above the knees, and then roll back. You can change the angle of your legs. You can turn both legs in just a little bit to get a little bit more of the outside of the quads. And you can also do the opposite by turning your legs out a bit. Get the inside of the legs. So from there, pretty easy to turn to the side to work on the IT band and more of the lateral quads. There are a couple ways you can do this. You can bring your foot over in front. You can keep your weight on your hand. You can also bring the weight down onto your forearms. Go just below the hip bone, sink into it, and roll till just before you get to the knee, and roll back. So again, you can control how much weight you're putting on your hands and your other foot in order to sink more or less weight into the foam roller. After you do that a few times, you can come up just above the bone on the side of the leg here to more of the fleshy part of the side of the hip and get that area. Okay. From there, you're going to turn this way. We're still working on this leg. You're going to bring the foot up on the opposite knee. And you're going to roll the gluteals and the piriformis muscle. A couple times there. Then you're going to come up onto the sit bones. Roll back and forth a few times, just about at the sit bones. And then you can either do both hamstrings at the same time or one at a time. If you're going to do both of them, just simply roll down. Kind of behind the knees and back up. To do one at a time, just come over to the end. Roll down. Back up. So up and down to the knee and back. Then you're in a position to switch. Go to the hip on the other side. Turn. Do the IT band on the other leg. And turn again. Finish one more time with the quads. You can also finish by getting the calf muscles. Put the legs on there, roll forward and back. If you want to torture yourself a little bit more, get a little deeper, You can cross one leg over and use the weight of that leg to push down a little bit more. inside the calf, outside. Okay, and then switch and just do the same thing with the other leg. And then one more thing I'm going to show you is using a tennis ball. Use the tennis ball on the bottom of your foot. Sink as much weight into it as you want. Just rolling along the bottom of the foot to stretch out the muscles and also the plantar fascia. If you want to go a little deeper with this, you can use a golf ball. Okay. Something else that most people have laying around that you can use is a cork. Works pretty well to put right under the foot. Roll back and forth on the arch. So there you have it in a couple minutes, foam roller for the lower extremities. Thanks.